Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission, to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Hello, Shadowcat back with more Star Trek Cosmoteer, and we're about ready to finish this place up. So last time we were here, we got ourselves up to 75%. Unfortunately, we did that at a pretty heavy cost. We're up to 75%, but we lost the Saladin. It turns out that everything over here is really, really super strong. Like, possibly... Okay, not stronger than the Enterprise, but almost on par with it. The Enterprise was never meant to be a warship, and I do think the Enterprise is coming to the limits of its power, unfortunately. We're still going to try and make it work, but we got to get this place finished up so we can move on. Also, one of the things that I want to get done, if I can, is I want to make another ship. But this time, I want to do it differently. Instead of having, or creating the basis of the ship, like we did with the Saladin, laying down the structure of it, and then trying to fit everything inside, I'm thinking that this next ship we build should be more purpose-built. I'm thinking that we should start with the internals, and then kind of wrap the hull around it. They're in trouble. That is not our problem, though. And now we can't even see them. So yeah, I want to make a new ship if we can get the time to. But time is something that we're kind of running out of here. There's a gold asteroid. We might come back to this later. And there's something else over here. So yeah, that's what I want to do. Also, very concerned with my freighter down here because I keep getting pings coming near it. And I'm worried that one of these days something's going to actually come to it. So I think we're going to have to be a little bit more defensive. And this is just a beacon. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take the Enterprise out here. And let's see, there's about that much room. We maybe come like right here. And I'm going to set a course for the Enterprise to circle this star system. Just to see if we can find anything else out here. If we don't find it on this outer ring, then everything else has to be basically inside, right? There. Now, what's going on down here? Nothing, apparently. Well, the Enterprise is going to be busy for a while. We could start working on designing a ship. We could start working on something. So let's go ahead and, since we've got supplies down here, we've got lots of steel, let's start designing down here. Okay. So we're going to go into blueprint mode, but we're going to leave time running just in case. So if we're going to make a Starfleet kind of vessel, and we're going to make a completely unique one, let's start with first things. So first things first, we're going to need to have shields. And I say that because this is going to be the center of the ship. Everything else will want to branch off from here. Next, of course, we will need to have a warp core. And the warp core has 2 doors on the top, in the middle, and then 2 on the sides. Unfortunately, that doesn't work well for us because the shield core only has doors in the corners. So, we are going to have to leave a space between them, and we can fill this up like that. Let's also turn on mirroring. Now that we've got that, we will need to have nacelles. So if we take a look at our warp nacelles, these are the longest nacelles we've got. The longest and the thinnest. So, actually, before we do this, what if we, let's think about this. Well, the shield core is going to need to have power. Ooh, actually, I wonder, where's that plasma tube? Oh, it's only 3 wide. Because this kind of would have been perfect, actually. No, it's not perfect, actually. Never mind. Undo that. Alright, so we're going to have to leave that like that. Actually, what if we did this? What if we put the plasma tubes there like that? I'm having an idea. I'm having an idea. What if we had the plasma tubes there like that? We'll get a small warp core and we'll put it down here, okay? So now, we can put doors in everything. You can go through the plasma tubes to get to the shield core. You can come back through here. That kind of makes me wonder, what about this torpedo launcher? Now see, this is kind of the wrong size. And the doors are in the wrong place. So it's not going to fit in the middle there, unfortunately. Close. Very close, but unfortunately just not quite right. Okay, in that case, maybe we just won't have that going in reverse. Okay, fine, we'll leave this as is. So if we're going to do that, and since there's really no access back here, we may have to just kind of leave this as is. So let's look at armor then. We can easily plate the armor back here and back here. However, we want to leave corridors there. And then we can simply come up like this. And we'll just put some nice corners on here. And we'll call that the engineering section. Because it is. It's the engineering section. So now that we got these corridors coming off of here, we can go ahead and put in our nacelles. Now, I have an idea for the nacelles. I actually do. I have an idea for the nacelles. And here's what I would like to do. We're going to grab the long ones. Now, if you see the exclusion zone on the outside of them, we know that we got to kind of bring them out a little bit. So we want to make sure that we leave some space between the engineering section and the actual nacelle body. So let's treat these things as if they were 3 wide. And yeah, we could put these here. And then we can bring that in like that. Now, the reason that I want to do this is because we also have these small phaser arrays. I kind of want to put them right there on the edge. Or on the end, rather. I like this. Then, we could take these angled pieces, put them right there. And back over here. And I'm getting a lot of pings over there. There we go. And that's a little bit weird, but I kind of dig it. Alright, now let's take a look at the Enterprise. How are things over here? We have actually found a couple more signals. I'm just going to let the Enterprise run its course, though. As long as they're not chasing. Yeah, I'm going to let the Enterprise run its course while we do designing. And then we'll come back and pick up all the signals once we've got them uncovered. Okay. So, this ship. So, this is our engineering section then. The only thing missing are engines. It doesn't have any engines yet, but the engines would primarily be in the saucer section. So, knowing that we have the engineering section here planned out, we should work on the saucer. Now, of course, for the saucer section, we're going to need, first, a bridge. Just like that. And yeah, then everything is flashing because it's not connected. Don't worry, it's going to be connected. Okay, so first things first. We're going to need that. Then... Actually, why don't we move this thing up a little bit? Then, why don't we go ahead and make the entire area around this just kind of a hub. So we're going to come down here to our auxiliaries. We know that we're going to need to have sensors. And we know we're going to want to have tractor beams. And so now that we've got this, we can go ahead and get a large reactor. Okay, and here's what I think I'm going to do. Why don't we go ahead and move this thing down like that? So that everything fits together real nice. We have direct access there, and we're kind of good to go. I like it. I like this design. Alright, so what else do we need? Well, we need to have airlocks, crew quarters, and fire extinguishers. Right now it says that we have a suggested crew of 69, and we haven't even plugged anything in yet. Because once we get down here and plug this in, I bet it changes. Actually, we can test that. Cut. And... oh, come on. Paste. Oh, no, it hasn't changed. Okay, never mind then. Let's go ahead and move this back up here. So we know we need 69 people at the moment. Okay, we know that we're going to need to have engines. And if we want to have big engines, we better get them planned in now. So advanced impulse engines. These are 6 wide, and they need to be a minimum of this far apart. So what if... what if we just stick them on there like that, for now? Now, if we do that, what about our nacelles? Because our nacelles will want to be about as wide as the saucer section is. That means that our nacelles will have to move out a bit. But that's fine. We can deal with that later. Alright, so we've got these. Next, we're going to need to have some kind of crew quarters. And these are going to want to go on the inside. So each one of these quad bunks holds 10 people, I believe. Yes. We can put some there. Good. Now, that is only 40 people. We're going to see how many more we can fit in here. We can put a couple more there. That's not going to work, because they can't get in and out of those. So we're just going to have to kind of leave that as is. However, up here, they can get in and out of those. So there we go. That works. That puts us up to 80 out of a recommended 71, but that 71 is going to go up because we haven't even put weapons on it yet. But right now, we've got a pretty compact-looking ship. It's not perfect yet, but it's looking pretty good. Now, one thing that I do kind of want to do is make sure that these are enclosed. Well, then again, maybe they don't need to be enclosed. We could take this right now and plug it pretty much directly onto the rest of the ship. So if we cut it and move it down, it plugs right on. We can even go ahead and install those doors and have everything accessible. Very nice. Okay, now, things that it's going to need, and we're also going to need a lot more coils, apparently. We're currently sitting at 938 coils. That's a lot. We may have to do some running around for this one. Okay. So we got the people for the moment. We may need to add more, but I could always just kind of move this up a little bit and add more crew into here. Kind of like this. Cut. Move it up. And then 2 more of those. Not only does this give us more people on board, but we could bring the armor around and actually enclose the impulse engines, which is kind of something I want to do. However, for right now, I want to look into armaments. So, these deck torpedo launchers. I think they're roughly the same size. They are. The only difference is that one has to face outwards, the other one doesn't. Alright. And since they have to be entered from the sides, that means that their placement is a little bit complicated. I could put it right here, actually. In fact, what if we do this? What if we do this? What if we put these here and move these? No, it's not going to work. Hold on. We could put these up here. That leaves a dead spot right here in the middle, but you know what? We can fill that with other systems. So if we do this, then we've got our forward torpedo launchers. It also means that we have a little bit more dead space in here. So like right here is completely dead space. Can't use it. The same thing is true right there. We know that we will need to have forward phasers. We know that we're going to need to have forward interceptors too. So, phaser banks. We could have these phaser banks. They can't be that close together. They have to be at a minimum there. Yeah, because they can't get too close together. But I think that we can put these here. We can put those there. Okay, so we can do that. We can have... Actually, if we can do that... Okay, we put it like a single phaser forward. We could do something like that. Ooh, the only problem is, though, we need to have a phaser controller. And it has to go in that little gap behind it, as far as I know. I mean, I think it does anyway. I'm not positive I've never gotten it to work any other way. It always seems to need to go, like, right there. So, what if I instead did something like this? Okay, knowing that they have to go in that specific place, what if we did something like this? Okay? We can get rid of that. We can get rid of these temporarily. So that gives us our forward... it gives us our forward defenses. Although we might want to move them up a little bit. Like maybe there? Maybe up a little bit further even. Okay, so we could do that. And then, what about more phasers? We could do another one right there. And even another one right here. I kind of like the way this looks. We then put a controller there, a controller there. And then we just need to put the hull around it. Alright, we also might want to add in a little bit more defenses. Also, we've got these interceptors back here that aren't doing us too much good at the moment. We'll work on it, though. They do have a really wide arc, so it'll be able to cover anything out to the sides. Yeah, so for right now, let's go ahead and start armor plating. For here, we're going to want to go ahead and leave that as a nice sharp angle. But this outer part, we're going to round it off. Kind of like that. On the outside here, we can go ahead and do this and this. Okay. We can add that in. We can even go ahead and add some structural pieces, just to kind of help keep the weight down. So, kind of like that. And in fact, we can do the same thing here, too. So that is going to leave us with that pretty steep incline right there. We'll have to use a couple of these. So there we go. It's not going to be a perfect saucer. I'm going to say it right now. It's not going to be a perfect saucer. Alright, so this piece will go here. And then we can go ahead and put these angles. What do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So a couple of these long pieces, actually. It's okay. It's not the prettiest thing ever, but it's okay. Spin this around a couple of times. And actually, that's not going to work either. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put one there. One there. And then we're going to fill this gap like that. Looks a little fat right there, but it's okay. Now, we are going to need to have access ways. So we can go ahead and do that. We'll need to have access ways over here. So people can come from this quarters to get to this phaser array. They can come through here, through the tractor beam to get to here. What we don't have is a magazine. Okay, so here's what I think I want to do about that. Can we move this stuff up? Move that up, move that up. And then move this up by 2. And that means that we can go ahead and put in a storage thing right there. And we can make this into the torpedo magazines. And so that should be good there. Now, before I go too crazy, actually, one thing that I do notice I am missing is thrusters. I am missing thrusters. We need maneuvering thrusters. So, maneuvering thrusters, it's usually good to have some down here on the engineering section, and we want to have all the sides on here. So, I'm thinking that we can go ahead and put thrusters there, thrusters there. And that kind of works. It's not very defensive, though. The only defenses we have on here right now are these and these. We have nothing really pointed backwards. I kind of want to have some defenses on the sides. I wonder, what happens if we were to take this entire front half and move it up? So, this is where it was. If we go up by 2, it looks a little bit like that. Move those up, move those up. Move this one up here. And then take these and stick them down there. So we've got our maneuvering thrusters and we've got defenses on the sides. What did that do for us? Not a whole lot. I still think we can make this work. So these are all still accessible. Put that there. We will need to move this here. It does mean that we can move the torpedo bays up. Like that, and like that. Now we have a lot of extra space in here. I'm not a huge fan of all the extra space. But I don't have any other real options either. One thing that we could do is, now that we have the extra space there like that, we can go ahead and put those larger thrusters in. We can do the same thing up here. Now, for better maneuverability, it's usually good to space the thrusters out. But this is just going to have to do as is. Now, one other thing is when putting this on the engineering section. If I put them in like this, that actually works. That actually works really well. So we're going to grab the entire engineering section and we're going to move it. Oop. Oh, no, here we go. Down like that. And then we'll take these, and we'll put them right there. We'll add some corridor there, and that'll give us that. Alright, so very good. Now, actually there is a good reason to have all this empty space here, because we're going to need to have some airlocks. So we can put things like airlocks and fire extinguishers and stuff like that in here. Alright, very good. That all works. Next. I'm going to go ahead and fill all this in with structure. Just like that. Some structure down there too. And right there. And right there. Okay. Now, is everything accessible? So there's walkways up here. Everything looks good. Lots of side-mounted phasers. It's not very defensive from the back, but that's okay. This one's going to be very, very headstrong. I think it looks pretty good. One thing that I actually might do, though, is I'm not sure about the shields. Yeah, I think the shields need to go forward a little bit more. And I think they're going to have to be... small? Small might do it. But it would have to go forward. To right about there. In fact, maybe even a little bit further. But that would completely take up those 4 quarters. Okay, well, let's do that for now. And one thing to take a look at is the Enterprise. I think they found something else there. How are we doing on our trip? We've got 1, 2, 3 signals over there, and 1 here. In other words, not doing too well. We still need to find 12, or, yeah, 12? 12 more. This could be going better. Alright, so back to work on this then. These nacelles are going to need to be about as long as the saucer section is. Or at least the engineering section. And they're going to need to stick out. Or they're going to need to come out, at least. So, let's go ahead and select it. And they're going to need to come out here. So currently that would put them at being out that far. And since they do need to be a little bit longer, I think I'm going to do this. We're going to take the front end of them, move them up by 1 square, take the back end, move it down by 1 square. Then we can go ahead and just add in the walkways. Put that there. And there we go. I've seen better. Right now it looks kind of a little bit too straight. Maybe a little bit too straight. We could... Actually, we could maybe sweep them forward a little bit. What if, instead of this... What if instead of this, we did something more like... Well, let's see. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Perfect. 2 of these. Well, no, not 2 of those. What if we did something like this? And then we just have the walkway come in. Okay, I didn't quite want it to look like that, but that's fine. What if we take this entire thing and just move it up now? And we can just have it sweep forward. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Better idea. Better way to do this. Better way to do this. Delete that, delete that, delete that. We could simply have it come up because we can have one there, and we can go like that. Yes? So there. And then this would have to go like this. Yes. Yeah, that's how that works. And then just plug it back on. This one may have to get changed. But then we'll come over here to these slanted armor panels, and we can do that. We'll put a block there, and a long piece here, and just like that we have forward swept nacelles. The other thing that I'm a little bit iffy on is I think we kind of need to move this up a little bit. So we'll select here, and maybe move this up by 2. So we'll put that in there, add those in there, and just like that we have new nacelles. Now interestingly, if we put this thing back where we got it, that actually fits pretty well. I think we would need to make it a medium size though, which leaves kind of a lot of open space inside the shields. But I think that works. And then we can go ahead and put these back where we found them. There we go. I mean, that's a pretty good looking ship there. Now, it's going to need a lot of titanium. It's going to need a lot of hypercoils. Still, though, I think we can build this. Can we crew it? It says it wants 105 people. We're sitting at 100. I can actually fix that with just these regular quarters. We can put these on either side. There we go. 112. Now, as for the rest, I'm going to go ahead and put doors all the way along there and there. The reason is that these are not going to stay. So we're going to need to have airlocks. And that's here. So we put airlocks there, airlocks there. Very good, right? Then we need to have fire extinguishers, and these can go anywhere we have the space. So we can put fire extinguishers there. We can put fire extinguishers here. We can't put anything in there, but we can put them right here. We can even put them up here if we wanted to, but I don't really feel the need. And then, of course, back here, don't really have a good place for fire extinguishers back here. Actually, no, I do. We can put them right there. So we're going to come down here. We're going to cut this off. We're going to move it down by 1. We're also going to move these down to match. We'll go ahead and put in that to make it fit. Then we can go ahead and put in some fire extinguishers and some armor. And there we go. That is a good looking ship. So 6 phaser banks, 2 photon torpedoes. I do believe that is actually the same armament that the Saladin had. But this one also has 8 intercepting phasers. Now, they only intercept missiles, but it was missiles that took out the Saladin. So, I mean, this works. This should work out pretty well. Oh, were we paused that entire time? We were paused that entire time. My bad. Alright, so we've got a plan for the ship. Now we just need to get the resources to start building it. I wonder how much we could actually start building here. Like, it says that we need to have hypercoils. We already have a bunch of hypercoils. How many more do we really need? If we take a look at our supplies, we have 380 hypercoils. We have a full stockpile of coils, and I don't think we have any copper. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. The ship is here. We know where to find it. Let's see if we can find some more copper. We're going to head back to the asteroid belt. There's blue crystals. There's titanium. We'll need that. And the Enterprise, we'll keep surveying. So what are we up to now? We still need to have 12. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's a medium-sized copper asteroid right there. Let's not let this one go. However, there's also a ship coming. Are you going to notice us? It's a Crucible class. That makes it a missile ship. Actually, it's kind of an everything ship, but it's heavily missile-based. Okay, they ignored us. Let's get to mining. We don't have a whole lot in the way of missile defenses. I'm still saying that this ship should have mission pods on it, or at least offensive pods. Okay. What now? Are they coming back? No, not really. They're heading a different direction. Alright. Let's take this ship. Oh, wait, hold on. We can't actually see it anymore. Let's put a marker here. This marker is going to be construction site. That way we don't get lost. Alright, what do we got? Small copper, medium copper. We'll need that. And what do we got up here? Looks like another signal dead ahead. We're going to run this one over. What is it? It is just a storage pod. However, we've got hostile attention. They're firing missiles. And cannons. And lasers. Okay. Tractor beams. Do not pull. Tractor beams push. Okay. They have breached the aft shields. We're going to have to turn and fight. Turn and fight. Their disruptors are actually getting through. Alright, as much as I don't want to, punch the core. I feel bad doing it. Same for that one, though. All the missiles that it's got. Okay. Tractor beams. Hold off a moment. We've got to get in close enough. As a matter of fact, can you just hold them? Alright, we are blowing enough missiles out of the sky that they're not really hurting our shields. Keep them there. Core breach. Oh, I see a lot of bodies out there. I feel bad every time we do that. But I couldn't let them hurt the ship. As it is, very heavy damage to the port side nacelle. They went for the aft torpedo launcher too, but they couldn't get through the plating. Alright, start repairs. We'll check in on the freighter. Let's see, there's a small copper there. Extra large iron asteroid. We'll speed things up a little bit. How are we doing on fabrication? We're pretty much full up, I think. Right now we're just filling up our stockpiles. Yeah, we're sitting at 380 hypercoils. We could probably get more hypercoils if we did something like this. What do you got on radar? Or on sensors? Okay. Not much. How are we doing up here with the Enterprise? Looks like we're salvaging parts from this ship. Let's bring the ship in, or the Enterprise in a little bit closer. They did the damage. Least they can do is help us fix it by donating parts. Alright, what do we got going on down here? Looks like there's another ship heading our way. Let's move. I'd like to avoid a problem with them if we can. I feel very confident with the offense that the freighter has. But I don't want to go looking for trouble. Just in case. There's a large gold asteroid. And a large copper asteroid. Perfect. There's also a large extra large crystal asteroid down there. Do we need that? Actually, we do. We need a lot. So we'll pay it a visit after we get this one done. Start mining. And the Enterprise will get back on course. We've almost made it all the way around. Let's see what else we pick up along the way. Alright. Ship on sensors, but it's not going to bother us. Looks like we've pretty much cleaned that asteroid out, though. Let's get this one down here. For being also extra large, didn't really seem all that extra large. Bring the ship in closer. Unfortunately, being on the other side of the asteroid, we'll have to basically cut it in half to get to it. But, you know, we make do. Alright, let's look for some more. There's a medium-sized copper asteroid. Let's go ahead and get that mined as well. We'll check on the Enterprise. Oh, we passed one. Alright. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Wow, there's several contacts over there. I'm fairly confident in the freighter, but not confident enough for it to go 2-on-1. Oh wait, I'm still controlling the Enterprise. Hold on. Nope, you're going to go there. The freighter, I want you to go back to that station. Okay? It's safe there. You should be fine. Small copper asteroid. And what do we got here? Another gold asteroid. Okay. Well, here's what I want to do. I don't see us needing that much gold. So we're going to go explore this piece of space. And then we're going to start tracking down these signals. If we're lucky, we'll come up with a couple of the signals along the way. We still need 10 more, and we've already been here for way too long. We should be almost done by now. Instead, it feels like we're only just getting started. Okay. We're pushing back the veil over here. Let's see if we come across anything interesting. Hostile signature out there. However, they're heading away from us. There's something, though. Oh, hold on. Oh, no, he's passing that way. We don't need to worry about him. Okay. This is a pirate base. That's not good. Okay. So, we are going to park ourselves right here behind this asteroid. Technically speaking, we've already got it uncovered. We actually don't need to fight it. And I'm not going to right now. Ooh, they are, though. So that's the gunwing that we saw. And now it's gone. Wow. Okay, then. We're going to leave these guys alone for now. Or maybe we're not. Never mind. They want a piece of us. Turn and fight. We're going to have to target our phasers. Alright, that's one down. However, they still have more help. Now, they have a single core as well, but they also have a lot of firepower coming. Look at all the cannons. And the cannons are getting through. We need to get them away from us. Tractor beams, push. Damage report. We've lost our forward torpedoes. Watch out for that station. He's maneuvering us right into it. We need to pull the ship back here. We've got people that are out in space. Alright, so we've lost our forward torpedo. We've also lost our forward photon, or forward phaser. We're about to lose a nacelle. Turn the ship. he's maneuvering us right into that asteroid. Alright, incoming cannon fire. Shields are holding for the moment. Alright, tractor beams. We're going to go in, we're going to do some damage, and then we're going to come out. Ready? Go. Alright, give him a push. That was good. Good job. That was very good. Okay, we're gonna do this one more time. Ready? Go. We just took out another one. Another deck cannon. Another deck cannon. Ship disabled. Oh, that was close. That was very close. Okay, we need to make repairs. We need to make a lot of repairs, actually. Alright. Hold on a second. Okay, and we're back. Alright, so there was a small update to Cosmoteer recently. It said it was just a small kind of quality of life thing. However, apparently it's not mixing well with the mods. And so now, every time we use crew construction, it seems to be destroying the game. So we've had to turn off crew construction. For now. We'll turn it back on later when everything is working properly again. For now, though, we're going to have to go back to the way it used to be before. Now, that being said... we need more torpedo parts. Because we still have to take down this base. Well, we don't have to take down the base, actually. We can get moving again. Actually, that's a much better idea. Let's just get moving. We've got it marked. We can come back if we need to. Now, how much crew did we lose? We're at 139 out of 148, so we're down by about 9 people. Unfortunately. Are all of our officers still here? Yes, they are. Dynamic, JP, Jim, and Weirin. All here. All accounted for. And that's good enough for me. Alright, I don't want to linger here. We're going to tag whatever this is, and we're going to move on. This is a graveyard. We don't even need to go into it. Don't even need to mess with it. We're just going to turn and burn. There's another signal inside the unexplored area, and then we're going to come back out here. Oh, yay! It's like a swarm of smaller ships. In fact, it is a swarm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. Tractor beams. At your will. And we're just going to plow through most of them. They're all much smaller ships than we've seen before. Instigators, Knaves, Clefts. Let's see. A Phalanx Light Escort, an Intrepid class, 2 Intrepid classes. All things that we've seen before, none of whom are really a threat to us. They can't even really keep their cannons on us with the tractor beams. And that Intrepid just bit the dust. They're pursuing us, and I don't really know why. Well, I guess we are still in their territory. Still, this has got to be bad for them. I mean, they're taking a lot of damage. You'd think they would give up. But I guess not. Well, he's going to give up soon. There's almost nothing left of that ship. Yeah, especially when the torpedoes come in and hit him in the back. Taking up their thrusters, then they absolutely can't keep up. And we're wandering into something else now. What is that? A Buscador class? That is a rather large ship, actually, with many cannons and missiles. You know what? We've already got what we needed. Let's get the hell out of here. Next signal. Go. We're taking fire from all sides. They have 2 Buscador ships and a lot of missiles. Aft shields are failing. Aft shields are down. Get them back up. Aft shields are back up. Temporarily. Damage report. Looks like there was a couple of heavy missile strikes to the starboard nacelle. However, we can handle this. Armor plating has been destroyed in 2 places. We'll have to make repairs. However, for the time being, they're leaving us alone. Can we get the rest of these signals today? What now? Why are there hostile ships around everything? What is this? This is a simple storage cache. I'm diverting us. There's no need to pick a fight if we don't need one. And there's nothing in the storage cache that we need. We're not robbing people. Not today. And that Swiftwing is leaving us alone. Good enough for me. Let's move on and check our next location. And while I'm thinking about things, let's contact this station. And I just cleared it out. So is there anything we can turn in? Renegade Pack Bounty. Got it. And this one. Pirate Base. That one's gone too. So we're doing a pretty good job of cleaning things up, even though we're not even trying to. As for everything else, hiring crew? Yeah. Hire crew. Excellent. Now, what about hypercoils? Can we get more? Yes, we can. Buy as many hypercoils as we can. Buy as much tri-steel as we can. We're going to need it. Good. And wow, look at the crew over here. There's so many of them, they don't even know what to do with themselves. Alright, where's the Enterprise at? Oh, passing by, actually. We technically only need 5 more signals. There's 1, 2 there. Maybe we'll pick up something along the way here. we may as well go ahead and queue it up. Yes, we are passing through pirate territory. I'm not too worried about it. Oh, but it looks like he is on us. A Scarab class. Very interesting design, however. I mean, it doesn't even have any deflector shields, much less any round shields. And with our tractor beams, it can't even get in range. Well, okay, I guess it can get in range temporarily. However, that just took care of all of its energy weapons. All it's got now is a cannon. If it was smart, it would leave it at that. Let's hope the crew is smart enough. They are not smart enough. Nope, I take it back. They turned around and went home. And what is this? If this is another storage pod, that is a Crucible class, a Dread. It's another storage pod. Alright, let's get out of here. Aft shields are failing. Okay, never mind. These are actually a lot stronger than we realized. Turn the ship around before they can destroy the nacelles. Alright. Disable that ship. Go for the core. Alright, we push that one. Do the same for that one. Okay. Turn and fire on him. And watch the aft shields. Okay. Tractor beams need to pause. We can't keep them in our sights long enough. Alright, one ship is down. The next one, I believe that is going to be a magazine. I think it was a magazine. And that other Crucible is gone as well. Okay. I think we've taken care of everything. There's some pretty serious damage. But we can fix it. We have access to the supplies. Starboard nacelle. That was damaged before, though. Alright, damage to the saucer section. Pretty minor. There we go. We're good. Alright, well, I hope whatever's in that storage pod was worth it. Because I don't even want it. I'm still hoping someday we can rescue crew. Or capture crew, or something. I like the idea of rescuing the crew. What do we have over here? And then I guess we'll head over that way. Well, it's another hostile contact. Please don't be another storage pod. I feel like it's another storage pod. No, it is actually a ship graveyard. We don't need to stop here. However, it looks like they're going to take some pot shots at us, regardless. They've got a blinding light missile ship and an Echo railgun. Let's take a look. Multiple forward deflector shields, multiple cannons, plus a single railgun. Aft shields are failing. Alright, get him out of here. There we go. That got him out of there. He'll have to work now if he wants to get another shot in, but the time should give the shields time to recharge. Damage report. I don't have access to the damage report yet. But I can already tell that the port side in the cell is in bad shape. We can get repairs done later. Still hitting the aft shields with that railgun, but the aft shields are holding. The railgun itself can't penetrate. It needs the other cannons. He's having a hard time keeping that railgun even on point. Okay, it's fine. This is getting a little annoying, actually. Actually, he's close enough now. The aft shields are weakening. What is this up here now? There's something else ahead of us. Okay, we've got to deal with him. In that case, go for the center of the ship. And tractor beams, take a pause. I didn't want to have to do this, but you didn't leave us much of an option. Railgun is destroyed. Most of its weapons are offline as well. Well, most of its weapons are destroyed. There's nothing left of it. Wow, now there literally is nothing left of it. Okay, well, I didn't want to do it, didn't have a choice. Especially since I don't know what we're going into next. Alright, that takes care of repairs. This looks like another base. Is it? If it is, I don't want to stay. It is another base. Okay, let's mark this. This is the Duber's base. We are not sticking around. I'm not looking to get into another fight. Turn the ship. Hard to starboard. We've got company. It's another Echo. Alright, it's not going to let us go. Turn to fight. Go for that railgun. Railgun destroyed. Looks like they're fleeing. However, that's because they've got reinforcements. Change targets. Target that railgun. Railgun destroyed. Forward shields are holding, but not against disruptors. Okay, it is retreating. However, the other Echo is now on an intercept course. There's nothing left of it, though. I don't understand why you're continuing this fight. And now the ship is disabled. The cockpit's been destroyed. Here comes the other Echo. This is foolish. Ship disabled. All right. We have a few minor repairs to do. Oh, except up front. Those are some more major repairs. All right, there we go. We're done. All right, so there's still 2 signals left that we need to find. I'm not particularly interested in destroying the bases. We don't really need to. Another hostile signature, but he's leaving us alone, thankfully. Alright, so is there anything else left over here? I don't think so. We'll set a new point there, a new point there, there, and there. If it's not in those clouds, I don't know where else these signals could possibly be. Again, this is where having another ship to help out would really be nice. Nope, still nothing. So then it's got to be over here. It's either got to be over there or over here. So we'll just adjust our course. It almost feels like we're traveling through constellations now. Ignore that ship unless it wants to bother us. Aha! There's one. So we're going to go tag that. Tractor beams. Active at will. This is a storage pod. We don't care about this. Let's get out of here. Storage pods do indeed have valuable resources in them. However, we have the freighter that can manufacture almost anything we need. And these small ships are no threat to us. And there they go. They're heading back. We still need one more. There it is. Finally found it. What is the last one? It's just a beacon. Okay, that's good enough, though. Actually, let's bring the Enterprise down here. Alright, so there's still a lot for us to do, and what is that? That is a wild-looking ship. Kind of nifty looking. The front of it, I almost thought it might have been a Federation design. But I suppose not. Alright, well, that is 100% done, and as a matter of fact, since we got the freighter down here, we can even turn it in. So, explore the Pedongasis system. Done. Absolutely great. Now, where is our next trip? We're going to the Atusenko system, which is a big step up. Not only is it a much higher level, a much higher tier of ship, but it's in a completely new area. We've gone through all of these outlands now. We're moving into new territory. So over here, this is mostly Fringe. So Fringe system resistance, then there's some Monolith and a little bit of Cabal. Over here, however, much higher, much higher Monolith. Cabal is higher. Fringe Systems is down, and there's a new Centauri Imperium. Don't know anything about them, but the Atusenko system. So we'll take this one, visit Atusenko. And can we buy any more hypercoils and tri-steel? The answer is no, not really. We'll take what we can, though. What about you? Can you carry any more? So we're looking for hypercoils, tri-steel. The answer to that is no. However, we can dump some stuff, like all this ammunition that we don't need. Did I sell all of our hypercoils? Have I been doing this backwards the entire time? No! I sold all the hypercoils. Okay, well, on that distressing note, we're going to have to take a break here. I'm going to have to go take a trip around the asteroid belt and manufacture an entire hold worth of hypercoils again, because now we don't have any. I'm slightly perturbed by this. When we come back, however, I think that we'll take a crack at building that ship of ours. And if we can get it online and get it crewed, we'll hop over to the next system and start exploring there. I don't know what we're up for, but what I do know is that with the new area that we're going into, I got a few new tricks. The Enterprise is going to get an upgrade, but if you want to see it, then all I got to do is subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, that way you get notified every time one of these videos comes out. If you know somebody else who's also into either Star Trek or Cosmoteer, or you think they just might enjoy it, share it with them. But if you just like me, leave a like on the video, leave a comment down below, and I will see you next time for more Star Trek Cosmoteer. Until then, take care.